A girl realized that she had grown hair between her legs. She got worried and asked her mom about that hair. Her mom calmly said, "That part where the hair has grown is called monkey. Be proud that your monkey has grown hair." At dinner, she told her sister, "My monkey has grown hair." Her sister smiled and said, "That's nothing, mine is already eating bananas."
What do you mean by that?
Sensational.
So I always see people post Tinder profiles of men online. But let's look at this woman. She's 21. She's a sandwich maker, whatever that means. She says, "Where should I start?" Well, let's just say I am finally tired. I like being in control, so only decent men need to apply. Also, I have 3 kids and twins on the way. Serious guys only. No hookups or asking for news. I am a fun-loving woman. Patient, calm, and honesty is key. Bonus points if you are 6 foot and in good shape.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's dumb. I think she's dumb.
You say that you want a good man to love you and treat you right, a gentleman to take care of you, listen and be polite. But it's like you don't see the light. In fact, you turn away from it. Reflections of perfection projected on men that can't commit. And you chasing it. No matter how much heartache or the pain you get, you wondering why you always just getting out of a bad relationship. A good man is waiting here, but you want them other dudes. You choosing them, then you want me as a substitute. You put me in the friend zone thinking I'ma be your safety net when you fall. When them dudes mistreat you, cheat on you, then shrug you off. But before, all the good I did for you got ignored. You ain't giving a second thought, let alone give it applause or even reciprocate it. You just take it for granted. You take my kindness for whackness and my goodness taking advantage.
Their standards and say they only want to date tall men or they only want to date guys who are successful. It's just, yes, queen, don't settle for less.
So earlier this year, I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. And I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because you haven't found the right person doesn't mean you will.
Perfect.
Many 19-year-old girls, I've talked to many of them, believe that their career is going to be the most important thing in their life. Very few 30-year-old women believe that, even if they have high-powered careers, because they tend to discover that high-powered careers come at a substantial cost, like 60, 70-hour work weeks, etc. And so that life might be best spent in the bosom of family and friends and with children, etc. That's where much of the true value is. And most women figure that out by the time they're in their 30s, which is why high-powered law firms, for example, have a hell of a time retaining their extremely competent and highly valuable women. No one likes to talk about this. They wouldn't talk about it in the law firms that I consulted for, many of them. All the women would talk about it privately. The discussion was always about how the law firms weren't doing enough to support women with their children. And all the women knew that wasn't true. That wasn't what was going on. And the law firms were bending over backwards to try to accommodate them because they wanted to keep their high-performing women for obvious economic reasons.
Don't understand for the life of me. I don't understand for the life of me why we are telling women that their best and greatest superpower, creating another human from their own body, is less important than working as an associate law clerk. Working 2,100 billable hours, checking footnotes, is somehow more important than raising the next generation of human beings that you made with your own body and then bringing them up. Now, some people may choose that. Fine, again, for the 1,000th time, that's fine, do what you want, it's a free country. But if you're going to indoctrinate women to believe that happiness comes from working as an accountant, but not from spending more time with your children, there's not a single person who on their deathbed said, "I wish I had done one more doc review."
Report shows that by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 by 2030 will be non-married, no kids, single. Okay, so you might say, well, what's wrong with that? Okay, if you think that you're going to be 45 years old, no kids, not married, and that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck to you, honey.
Right.
Meanwhile.
So, I know, guys, that you're still studying. So, do you want to get married in the future? How about you, Ange?
Yes.
Yes.
I am willing to be married and to be a very loving family, just like my family. It is very strict, but it is very loving, and I'm very comfortable. And also, I feel like I wanted to feel like a princess too.
So you're still looking to have your Prince Charming.
Yes, but not now.
Not now.
Yes,
okay.
but I am willing to be married. Of course.
How about you, Ara?
Yes, of course. I am willing to be married. Actually, I love to cook.
Meat. Yeah, boy.
Yes, that's how my mama see me as a perfect wife. Yes, I also looking for a man to love me unconditionally.
That's so sweet. How about you, Candice?
I wanted to be married because I want to be loved. I want to be taken care of.
Okay.
I want a partner in life, someone who I can rely on forever.
Forever!
This is the world we live in, ladies, where a man's roles are static. You are expected to be masculine at all times, whereas a woman's roles are negotiable. You can be a lady when you fucking feel like it. And here's the thing. You know who loses? You lose. Because when you're not naturally feminine and you have this masculine energy, let me tell y'all something about men that you guys want. They have options. Why am I going to deal with this crass, annoying, rude, obnoxious, masculine woman that's trying to compete with me when I can go get a naturally submissive, attractive woman that's going to follow my lead and want peace, not a competitor or a whole partnership? Because her saying, I'm conditionally feminine is like me going up to you wearing a dress and heels saying, I'm conditionally masculine until I meet a girl that is feminine. That is a retarded concept, but we allow women to walk around with this backwards mindset, but men are never allowed to have this.
Okay, so do you want to have kids?
Yes, of course.
How about you, Ara?
Yes.
How many?
3.
How about you, Ange?
Yes, and 4.
4. Okay, how about you, 5?
4 is enough, I think so.
4 is enough. Okay, so I was thinking you guys are looking forward to have like a football team.
Sensational.
Meanwhile, in our universe.
So many people dying because of you. You're taking my rights away. I'm not taking anybody's rights away. I understand that. I believe. Do you?
Be quiet. Cook.
I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. So my poster reads, life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
Wait, what science did I deny, Darby?
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here.
But
you don't have to be here.
I need you to tell me what science. You just made an accusation that I denied science. What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when
I'm a clump of cells. What makes me different?
How stupid is she?
Why did she cite her poster like it was a credible source?
If the argument is my body, my choice, then you should be able to abort up to 9 months.
Exactly. Which in certain places in America, they were actually advocating for.
Yeah. I mean, there's even places in America, I mean, a senator got caught talking about how if a woman has an abortion and the baby survives, that they can't give that baby medical treatment.
Yeah.
Like a senator got caught, and Planned Parenthood also got caught selling body parts of children to research clinics.
Yes, they did. Wow.
But nobody ever cares about that or talks about that.
They don't.
It's an evil world we live in, but hey, I'm gonna keep living.
Pro-choice always made sense to me because I don't like people telling me what to do.
And I was just like, it's your body. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do with your body? So that always made sense, all right? However, I still think you're killing a baby. See? That's where it gets weird. It's not a baby yet. That's what they say, which may or may not be true. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you, my gut tells me that doesn't make sense. It's not a baby yet. That would be like if I was making a cake and I poured some batter in a pan and I put it in the oven, and then 5 minutes later you came by and you grabbed the pan, you threw it across the floor, and I went, what the fuck, you just ruined my birthday cake? And then you were like, well, that wasn't a cake yet. It's like, well, it would have been. If you didn't do what you just did, there would have been a cake in 50 minutes. Something happened to that cake, you cake murdering son of a bitch.
Sensational.